Check. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is 88 Fantastic coming to you June 21st, 2019. And I think I got my video screen fixed for you guys. Anyways, first thing I want to do is apologize for last night's video. Last night was not meant to be clickbait in any way, shape, or form. For those of you that have been following me, you guys understand, you know what, this is a very exciting time in the space right now. And when we can hit yearly, not only 2019 highs, but a 12-month calendar high from June of last year. I mean, I get excited about that stuff, considering most of us have sat here and watched the price of Bitcoin fight between $3,000 and fucking $4,000 for like a year, and listen to everybody talk about how Bitcoin was going to drop to 2250 and 1350 and fucking 750, and here we are approaching the 10K mark, and I just simply try to put out a live feed watching the price of Bitcoin, and of course, instead of giving somebody a thumbs down for a video, you get the fucking usual losers in social media that got to take the time to come onto their phone and fucking write a fucking text message underneath the video. You people are the fucking losers of the space. If you don't like something, simply thumbs down it and move the fuck along instead of adding your 2 cents of absolutely useless negative fucking shit. Anyways, if we would have stayed on, it would have taken us about another 8 hours to get to our price points last night. We really wanted to see that 9,800 and 300 billion. We have not seen a 300 billion market cap since May of 2018. We have not seen a price of Bitcoin past $8,000 since July of 2018 as well. So for, again, these are brand new benchmarks for 2019 and for the last calendar year. So now that I've got this screen working and I've got all of my numbers up here, you guys can finally see what this guy's been talking about, this 200-day thing. And that's what we're going to go through the top 100 before we go through a couple of articles for you guys. So again, we see our market cap sitting, I think it was high as 302 earlier this morning. And we see Bitcoin at $9,823. And now you can see the full charting. So we're going to go through the top 100 here. And as you can see, as of 200 days ago, so this is basically early January-ish, right? Late December, early January-ish. If you had held, this is what you had gained. If you had bought at that time when the market was still sitting at its, 100, 120, 140 range, this is what you're actually gaining. So the reason I want to show this is it shows the difference between being a day trader, a swing trader, and a long-term investor. And that's why these numbers are important for me, as we've talked about for the last 3-4 months now, expecting sideways a little bit of money, but our bottom lines of support are constantly getting stronger. And there's your proof in the pudding. When you can look at the 200-day, the 90-day, and the 45-day, and you can see that's not even that is enormous growth in a 6-month period. If you took this to anybody in the world and told them, you know what, if you bought into this thing called Litecoin in January at $28, you'd gain almost 350% in 6 months, you probably would have got fucking kicked out of the fucking building instantly. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need to look at some of the overalls rather than just the instance. So what we'll do is we'll go through just the top 100 here. We got 3 news feeds to show you guys. Not much happening in this 1 hour, but literally in this last 24 hours, everything should see a little bit of green. And as we had talked about in the last few videos, and I do apologize because you couldn't see it, was Stellar was the only coin in the top 10 in the last 6 months to be negative. The smallest gainer in the top 10 in the last 6 months has been Ripple with a 25% gain in 200 days. Like, just repeat that. This coin is the smallest gainer in the top 10 at 25% in 200 fucking days. That's crazy. Binance coin, 634%. And then we see Stellar sitting at negative 18.7%. So on the 9th of June, we had done a video where we had predicted a forecast for our top 15s. And people were like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't even got Stellar in the top 10. Well, how can I have something in the top 10 that has had zero growth in 6 months? Again, because you don't look at the charts and you're only pumping your one single fucking bag, whereas this guy promotes the entire market. I am a huge Bitcoin fan. I own 20 other fucking coins. Who gives a shit? We should be caring what the market is dictating when it's at 300 billion and we're all cheering for that 1 trillion to get up to that 4 trillion mark. So again, if you're somebody that's only interested in your one bag of fucking product, this is not the channel for you. If you're somebody that's been in the space forever and you're looking for somebody new to follow, this is not your channel. I'm not here for that. I'm here to show new people in this space the pitfalls of what every other dummy has experienced in the last 2 years, and that's following the wrong social media people, all of the trollers, and all of the Twitter idiots. And again, like I've always said, if anybody's ever been right, they wouldn't be on here doing this. If you were right in this space, you wouldn't be sharing your information, period. That's the way human nature is. So let's keep going through our top 100 here, and we'll see if anybody else is backwards. But look at this, is what we talked about, stronger lines to support. So other than Stellar right now, every single project has a 90-day and a 200-day gain. Even Tezos, you see Tezos on its 200 still at 160%, but you can see in its last 45 days, people are getting out of that project. For me personally, with Tezos, it did not pass any of my security checks personally. For those of you that are not familiar with the inception of the Tezos project, I still haven't gone back to see where the litigation has taken. But what had happened in the Tezos when they did the angel investing before, during the ICO, the owners of the company actually duped the investors. And from what I saw, the investors were actually suing them under false pretenses. I haven't seen anything in that since early in 2019. Look at who we also see Maker. It's at 88% on 200 days, but you can see it's going back and forth, and that's an uncertain one, right? It doesn't have green across the board like most of them do. So cryptocom.chain started off like a ball of fire. Now it's starting to see some love come out of it. Same with BAT. I mean, BAT was it's still sitting in that 32 cent range. It had got pumped up for the first 4 months of 2019. Now you see it's still sitting there. Let's just keep going through this. I mean, there's going to be green everywhere. We're just looking for red, and right now it's just the stable coins right now. Again, here's 0x. So other than Stellar, you would have to drop down to 0x in the 43 spot, sitting at minus 13% over 200 days. Let's just keep cruising along. Again, everybody should be green. We're just seeing if there's anybody. So far we've got Stellar, XLM, and we've got 0x in the negative. After 200 days, AE Eternity, here's another one. 3.64% in the negative after 200 days. Anybody else in the top 100? Engine Coin. Again, Engine Coin is still up 420% over the last 200 days. But in the last 90 days has been going completely backwards. That was one of the coins we talked about for 3 months, probably just got pumped through the roof every second day. And there you see the results of it. Anybody else in the negative for the 200-day? Look at ABBC coin. Again, along with Engine Coin, Made Safe coin, and the Mona coin, all in that range of the pump and dumps. ABBC almost 300% on 200 days. But from 90 days in, it's been getting crushed. There's the Maximine coin. There's your perfect example of your pump and dump. Over 200 days, 300% gain. 90 days, minus 40%. You see that? And then plus 3, plus 52, minus 2, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And here's these two really blew me away. Was the Project Pi. You look at it at minus 30% over 200 days. So in 6 months, it's gone back 30%, and it's still in the top 200. Again, I'm not calling that one a piece of shit coin, but what I'm saying is, and I've always said in this market, we are still sitting at probably at least 2,000 projects out of the 2245 that should not even be a business, shouldn't be on this market, and are total pieces of shit. How you can go backwards in price for 6 months and still be in the top 100? You know, is this the S&P where only 5 companies make money? But the 500 in there, everyone makes it look so good when 90% are losing money and 10% are making money. And that's what we see in the cryptocurrency market as well. So let's get into our news articles for you guys. We are over at cointelegraph.com. And I briefly looked at this article, and we're going to pound it a little bit. Article goes on to say 19% of world population bought crypto before 2019 from the Kasperky report. And when I saw this, I thought it was a current report, as in right now, and even 19% right now in June 21st of 2019. That's outrageously high. There's just no way 19% of the entire world population bought crypto. So then I had to go on and read the article, and here it says, the survey titled the Kasperky Cryptocurrency Report 2019 was carried out in October and November of 2018 with a total of 13,434 respondents in 22 countries. Okay, so now you're saying 19%, but it's based off of 13,400 respondents. Is this a fucking political poll where you take 400 people off the streets and you start telling them that everybody wants to vote for Dem or Republic? 13,000 respondents, and put out an article and say 19% of the world population bought crypto before 2019? This is where we say you bring out that fucking iron skillet pan and you grab the person that wrote this and the editor that said yes to put this out and you smash them across the bridge of the fucking nose. We are less than 1%. We are like literally at 1/100th of 1% of people in this market. So that's why none of this even matters when you've only got a handful of fucking people and half of them probably don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. And yet we're going to say 19% of the world population, when it should say less than 1/100th of 1% of the world is actually in crypto right now. Jeebus. Baby Jeebus. Everybody help us all. Next article is over at the Bitcoinist.com. Bitcoin correlation with 10-year Treasury, U.S. Treasury suggests hedging use. This is something that you should come out and look for. I love watching Max Kaiser over on RT. Rather than me try to explain this, I would highly suggest spending a few minutes going over on YouTube, punch in RT Max Kaiser, the Kaiser Report, and go have a listen to him every single day. This is what he talks about. And again, I've always talked about backtracking people so you can find out who talks the truth on YouTube and social media, and that's how you fight, because you know what the market is right now. So if you can go back and you backtrack a guy like Max Kaiser, and he's been on social media for a decade promoting Bitcoin and gold and silver, and he talks about these treasuries and just how absolutely nasty the economy really looks and why people should really start stocking up on precious metals and Bitcoin. Being a single dad, I can only do Bitcoin. I can't do both. All right, now we're over at CoinDesk.com. What do we have? I'm so flabbergasted right now. I wasn't expecting to go this long. But anyways, we have one article on a friendly fork on ETH. I haven't read this yet, so we just wanted to check this one out real quick. One Ethereum community member is about to begin one might call a friendly fork from the Ethereum blockchain called the Alternative. Oh my God. Project team lead at Ethereum startup ETH signals to CoinDesk in an interview that he hopes the network will act as a sister chain to Ethereum, validating ideas, proof of concepts before adoption on the main chain. The goal is to initiate the split in 2 months' time. For me, again, this might be a little bit past my level. I know quite a bit, but when you start getting to the innards and the forking and what's going on inside of the forking, for stuff like that, you might want to go check out Ivan on Tech. I mean, they know nothing about the market or how to read a market on that channel. But you know what? When it comes down to the innards and the tech and the developers, they're probably some of the best people in the space to actually go and check out. So another great article for you to come check out over at CoinDesk. If you're an Ethereum fan and you're checking into the forks, I'm not 100% sure on that. That's, again, why we bring people into the new space. If I don't know, this is where it becomes your responsibility. If you're an ETH holder, you should come and look into this. And again, I don't want to comment too much on it because I'm just really not up to speed on what's all going on inside of a fork. So we will give the market one more refresh. Looks like we gained another billion. We've gained 2 billion since we've been on. Look at Bitcoin is almost at 9,900 right now. And let's go. That is just on CoinMarketCap. I love watching this live feed. We'll check this out real quick here as soon as my computer will run. Will give me a screen. Oh, there we go, finally. Cryptocurrencies live. And give it about 30 seconds here. Not 30. 98.75. Now we see ETH pushing up. So last night when we were doing this, 2 nights ago, ETH was stuck in that 266 to 268 while Bitcoin pushed heavy. Last night, ETH literally sat at 280 and played the 10-cent game back and forth while Bitcoin ramped up. Ripple sat at 43 and did nothing. Litecoin sat at 136, 137, got stuck. and Bitcoin Cash finally broke through that 425 mark. It was stuck between 424 and 425, and like we said last night, this was a five horse race last night, and horses 2, 3, 4, and 5. They were just watching horse number 1, Bitcoin, just outlap everybody like it's doing again today. Well, now these 2 through 5, they're just playing for position right now is basically what's happening. That's what it looks like in the race form. So anyways, that's all we got for you guys. Now that we got this screen fixed up, now in order to do this at Coin Checkup, all you got to do is come over to customize your table, and then you can just switch it in right in here. Basic, Pro, Advanced, Custom is what I did, and then it gives you a full screen, and you can adjust everything that you want. And again, we do it like this so we can show the difference between day trading in the 1s and 24s, your swing trading between the 1s and the 7s, and your long-term investing plus 200 days. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully that was a little bit better than spamming live pricing last night. And that's all I got for you guys. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a great day. It's 88 Fantastic, showing you how to take a bite out of the cryptocurrency market. Take care, y'all.